Audi, 4 p.m. on ESPN, and of course also available live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app.
Portland making a couple new signings over the last few days. One of those, Stephen Taylor, need him with Nat Borchers tearing his Achilles.
And they'll be hoping to have Liam Ridgewell back this end as well, no doubt.
Yep.
Looking forward to Providence Park. So many people have told me so many positive things about it.
So this is going to be the first experience, huh?
Debut at Providence Park. Lucas Vazquez, too strong for Morata.
But now we've started to see a little bit more life to Real Madrid. The game's opened up a little bit. Maybe they've lost their defensive shape, as it often happens when you make 7, 8 subs in these types of games. But we've also seen a little life with Asensio and Vazquez coming into this one. Morata's had a little bit more of an impact going forward.
Both these sides will be amongst the very strongest favourites to go all the way in the UEFA Champions League this coming European club season. They have that status every season. Bayern, as efficient and effective as they come. Real Madrid as glamorous as you'll ever see. Vazquez. It's the club that made history in the 1950s with 5 consecutive European Cups, and those great players, Alfredo Di Stefano, Bench Puskás, Santa Maria, Hento. The Ronaldos and Messis of their day, captured sadly only on black and white newsreel. Marcelo. Thiago. Martinez. Feldhahn. Alaba will try and make something of that, and did.
And I think one of the positive things Carlo Ancelotti will get out of tonight's game is how strong his left-hand side has been going forward, whether it's been Bernat or Alaba. Both have been extremely effective when either one has gotten the opportunity of going forward.
In your playing days, were you a fan of pre-season, or was it just a chore that had to be got through?
I think it's a combination of both, and I'm not deflecting that question, but John, in the back of your mind, I don't care what level you're playing at, as a player, you're always thinking about, I need to get fit, but the real games start this date, or the real games are this far along. So as much as you want to get fit, you're still not going at your all-time best, because you know that big game, that first opening game of the season, is right around the corner. Nothing you want to do is to get in and doing something stupid. But I think at this level, John, I think it's difficult to try to pace yourself unless you're at the, the likelihood of the Xabi Alonso's and the Philip Lahms and the Cristiano Ronaldos that have been there. But if you're a young player, you can't pace yourself. You've got to give it your all, because you're trying to gain a spot on the team, and that's why it's so competitive.
Thiago. Alaba. Free kick goes against him. He doesn't like it. After a finish tonight on ESPN, it's for International Champions Cup competition. AC Milan taking on Chelsea in the first ever sporting event at the shiny new home of the Minnesota Vikings, US Bank Stadium. Adrian Healy and Alejandro Moreno on the call for that, and that is coming up next, and also available streaming live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app. Once that game's complete, there will only be 2 more remaining fixtures in the season's International Champions Cup. Barcelona against Liverpool at Wembley Stadium, North London, on Saturday, and Barcelona have to win that by a 4-goal margin to deprive PSG of the overall ICC title. And then a week on Saturday, the tournament concludes with Inter against Celtic in the bucolic surrounds of Thomond Park, Limerick. Vasquez. Nacho. Marcelo. Morata fell over rather tamely, and Martinez says to his countrymen, "What on earth are you playing at?" Odegaard. Danilo. Kovacic. Asensio. I must say, has been well positioned to give all the decisions tonight, but now he has something extra to deal with. Jaime Herrera. His tempers fret the edges. And the solution is to brandish yellow. Paul Clement on the left there, Carlo Ancelotti's assistant.
Well, it hasn't been the easiest of nights for Alvaro Morata. He's had his work cut out for him. It's been a frustrating night. But his hold-up play has been very good. It's been very crisp. And he's gotten into the minds right now of Valhan and Martinez. I think the only criticism I think Morata's had throughout his entire career is consistently scoring goals. He's been streaky, but game in and game out, burying those chances he gets.
Asensio. Looking for Lienhart. Found only Vidal. It was Lienhart that fouled the Chilean. Julian Green. Wild head, Marcelo. On the screen a few seconds ago, confirmation that this is a complete sellout. 82,012 people inside MetLife Stadium tonight.
So I haven't seen you since the New England manager. Right move?
I think from a limited, yes. And I think also a pragmatist who weren't daunted by the profile that goes with the job. And we'll try, and I think this is the interesting thing, and get inside what he regards as the failing minds of England players who've become tainted by consistent failure and almost expect to turn up and not succeed. There's Vasquez with the shot. Don't be deceived by the bluff exterior of Sam Allardyce. He's one of the first to turn to psychology and sports science in English management.
I think first and foremost, he needs his English national team players to be playing at the highest level. And as much as the viewers around the world want to say, well, look at the English Premier League. Well, how many of those players are English?
Well, they're certainly in a minority. That means that the England manager often operates with one hand effectively tied behind his back. Vidal. Rafinha. Benko. Odegaard. Kovacic. Asensio. And now Marcelo. There's a lovely moment at the start of that move from Martin Odegaard. Arrived to such a fanfare. He made his debut for his previous team. Strømsgodset set at 15. International debut for Norway at 16. Bernard. Casemiro just waiting to pick his pocket.
Well, there was even a struggle whether Odegaard will come on this trip between the president and Zidane.
Well, it's written in his contract that he has to be involved both training and travel-wise with the first team.
Well, and I think that's difficult for any manager because you want it based on sporting merit and you want that player to earn it. But what we've seen tonight in 5-6 minutes, Odegaard doesn't look out of place.
No. So another tranche of substitutions. Milos Pantovic is going to replace Javi Martin for Bayern. And Real Madrid wanting to introduce 3 more players as well. Number 12 goes off. That's Marcelo. And Alvaro Tejero, a 20-year-old left-back, will replace him. Leaves the pitch as the joint top scorer in the competition with 3 goals. Also pleased to say that we're going to get another glimpse of Mariano, who scored that stunner against Chelsea and Ann Arbor the other day. Alvaro Morata's race is run. And the other player come on at this stage is Marcos Llorente into the midfield for Casemiro. Great tackle by Vidal.